Hi everyone, welcome back to a new post today, and let's today speak about something which has made news since the last 2 days relating to marriage. Let me tell you, marriage in India is regulated by various laws which are in tune with the customs of particular religions. So you have various personal laws governing marriage in India, like you have the Hindu Marriage Act, the Muslim Marriage Act, the Parsi Marriage Act, you have the Special Marriage Act, etc., which deal with marriage based on the religious customs with that particular religion. So recently there was a PIL in the Supreme Court demanding that requesting the Supreme Court to pass a writ petition that the government legalize same gender or same sex marriage in India. Let's look at what the centre had told the Supreme Court about this before the Supreme Court taking a decision that the matter involves the interpretation of laws in the Constitution and the rights of the individual in the Constitution, and therefore provided the matter to be heard by a constitutional bench, which will be held on April 18th. And let me tell you that this hearing will be live streamed, keeping in mind the public interest involved in this. So the three-judge divisional bench of the Supreme Court, headed by our Chief Justice of India, Chandrachud, said that this issue was very seminal. It is having repercussions to many areas of marriage, etc., and also societal values, and therefore it should be decided by a constitutional bench. A constitutional bench is formed when there involves an interpretation of law, that is constitutional law. So there was a PIL in the Supreme Court that came and asked to legalize same-sex or same-gender marriages in India. And let me tell you that all marriage laws in India define the marriage as a union between a biological male and a biological female. So the centre in return submitted an affidavit to the Supreme Court. Let's see what the centre actually told the Supreme Court. The centre did not support this, saying that it is against the Indian ethos or the social values. The Supreme Court therefore listed the case for April 18 to be heard by a constitutional bench. And the government was actually concerned about the psychological impact that it is going to have on children because of this. It opposed the petition seeking legalization of same-sex marriage. The centre told the Supreme Court just because it decriminalized consensual sexual acts between two same genders under Section 377 in 2018, it does not mean that it should legalize marriages between two same-sex or same genders. And the centre then went on to say that that marriage in the Indian statutory system is based on personal laws, and it refers to marriage only between a biological man and a biological woman, and any interference would cause a complete havoc affecting the delicate balance between the personal laws in the country, and it is also in violation with the accepted societal values. The centre said that interpretation of treating the husband of a biological man and wife as a biological woman and going away from this, keeping in mind the two same genders, would actually make all statutory provisions that are related to marriage, your adoption, inheritance, divorce, completely contrary to what is consistent with the legislative policy now. And the present legislative policy regarding your marriage, divorce, etc. is all in tune with the cultural ethos and the societal values of various religions that are there in the country. It said that same-sex marriage is neither possible nor feasible to term one person as husband in that relationship and the other as wife in the context of the present statutes. And so, keeping them in mind, all the statutes related to marriage, divorce, inheritance, adoption will have to have changes because of this. The centre further explained that the Parliament has designed and framed the marriage laws which are governed by the customs of various religions in the country, and it is only to recognize the union of a man and as a woman to have a legal sanction in various religions, and also the laws and customs related to various religions. So same gender marriages are not according to the religious customs of the country. The centre said that accepting the institution of marriage between two individuals of the same gender is neither recognized nor accepted in any uncodified personal law as well related to any of the religions in the country. The affidavit said that codified and uncodified personal law take care of all the branches of every religion in the country, and depending on the personal laws applicable, the nature of marriage as an institution is different in every religion. Amongst the Hindus, it is a sacrament where the union of a man and a woman is taken to be reciprocal duties between a biological man and a biological woman. In Muslim customs, it is a contract, but again, it is envisaged only between a biological man and a biological woman. It will therefore be not permissible to have a marriage solemnized between two same genders. In our country, marriage is a sanskar, said the center. Despite statutory recognition of the relationship or institution called as marriage between a biological man and a woman, marriage depends on the age-old customs of Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Parsis, Christians, various rituals, practices, cultural ethos and societal values. And same-gender marriages go against all of these. The Supreme Court supported the PIL, saying that marriage between the two genders is something of a domain of their own privacy of individuals to choose his or her partner. But then the Supreme Court, but the center in answer to this said that just because of the privacy of individuals, marriage as an institution of law as between the same gender is going to have many consequences, and various laws relating to marriage like divorce, inheritance, adoption, the societal values will be affected just because of this legalization. And any formal recognition of such a human relationship will be should not be just regarded as a matter of privacy of individuals, because it has much wider repercussions not only for societal values and also the children which will be brought forth after that. The family issues are far more rather than mere recognition of marriage between two persons, the center said. Living together as partners and having a biological relationship between same-sex individuals, which now has been decriminalized under section 377, is not comparable to the Indian concept of a family unit, where you have a biological man as a husband, a biological woman as a wife, and the biological woman takes care as the children which are brought forth because of the legal union between the man and the woman as mother, and the biological male as a father, it said. The center pointed out that the recognition of this marriage brings with the right to adopt also and other ancillary rights, and just because of the legalization of marriage between two same genders, the meaning of all these laws is going to be drastically changed. It said it is necessary that these issues are to be left to the legislature to decide, where all the psychological, the social and other impacts on the society and the children will be best debated, and therefore the Supreme Court should not take a decision on this. The center just simply opposed or the legalization of same-sex marriage in India. So is same-sex marriage legal in India? It is not. Only the Supreme Court has decriminalized consensual biological or sexual relationship between two same genders under section 377, and this was done in the year 2018 under the Navtej Singh Johar verdict. And so the center was totally against this, saying that just decriminalizing of section 377 does not legalize the concept of marriage between them. So do many countries in the world, do they accept such kind of union between two same genders with the institution of marriage? Let me tell you, yes. Almost 32 countries in the world have legalized same-sex or same-gender marriages, and these are Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Denmark, Ecuador, Finland, France, Germany and many more. And let me tell you, Taiwan is the first Asian country to recognize such unions in 2019. So overall, this issue is a very sensitive societal matter which will have repercussions not only for the children but also especially the society as a whole. Individual rights are not absolute, and such rights which affect the societal norms and values have to be debated, discussed widely before they are recognized. I hope this information was really helpful to you all to keep track of this issue further. And if you did like, please do like, share, subscribe, and thank you all for supporting me. And until then, happy learning.